Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Grit and Grace, featuring ambitious and inspirational small businesses in Indian River County, exploring their pursuit of success and how we can continue to help them thrive. And now your host, Sarah DePardo.
Hey everybody, welcome to Grit and Grace. We're here today to have some fun talking about some fitness. So Grit and Grace is all about small businesses here in Indian River County, especially in Vero Beach, Florida, that are giving back to the community. They're, run by people that, want to see the community succeed and people that really are here for it. We're here for the small business, all right? So I am Sarah DePardo, your host, and I also sponsor the show with Sarah DePardo Health and Fitness. I am a personal trainer and group fitness instructor primarily, and happy to talk to you about your needs in those areas. But I am here today to talk with Element from Element Vero Beach. Sorry, I was going to say from Vero Beach, but Element Vero Beach with Tisha Lowry. Yay, crowd goes wild. And Tisha also owns Element with Don Weston, who cannot be here today with us because he's teaching my class right now. So thanks, Don. We love you. So Tisha, when did you guys start Element?
Back in 2018, November is when we actually opened the doors.
Very cool. And so why the name Element?
There's not a cool story behind it. When you're trying to open a business, you want it to, have a good name or mean something or whatnot. And we had so many ideas with just the people who were coming with us. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it came from just a word written down on a piece of paper. Don had a list of things, and that was the one word that everybody liked. Yeah. And it means so many things. Right. One of the things that we like to say is your element. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Element, when you walk in the doors, and it means so many different things.
It says, it's funny because I was looking up like the meaning of element at one point, like doing a post on social media, and like the different sayings and things behind it are so beautiful. Actually, I was like, I wonder which one was theirs. So that's funny.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Checked. But there's one hashtag that you use often, and I really love it, and that's in what we named the show today, in your element, because I feel that is really exactly how people feel when they come to Element and they work out and they do a class or they do a training. Is they feel like this is my place. I'm in my element. It's pretty cool. So what made you want to start your own gym together?
It was an opportunity that came when our previous place had some changes. Mm-hmm. And so we decided that we wanted to go out on our own and kind of build what we wanted to see for not just us, but our people, like the people that we were currently working with. We wanted to give them a space that we knew is what they wanted, but also it's what we all needed.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It happens sometimes, things change, and especially gyms, sometimes the environment with your work people, and things change. Like when I came to Element.
Yes.
So where is Element located?
Element is downtown Vero Beach at 1109 19th Street. Mm-hmm. We're not too far from American Icon, Taco Dive. They're just all in that same little area.
Mm-hmm. Bocce, all walking distance, as we all know. So what are the operating hours for the gym?
So we are open during class times. So on the schedule, it will also say open during class times only, or if there's a personal trainer that's there, they make their own hours. Mm-hmm. So we do not have an open gym time where you can just come in and work out. Mm-hmm. It's just all based around group fitness, whether it's small group or you have those bigger classes like the boot camps where you can get 5 people or you can get 20 people.
Right. Depends on the time of day and
Time
what
of
day of the week, yeah. Because there's some boot camp classes where there's like over 20 people there,
Yes.
and there's some where there's like one or two. So, I mean, it just fluctuates, I think, day to day, week to week, especially this time of year.
Yes.
But I personally like that there is not open gym, because then you don't have like random people in the way or trying to get their workout in while you're trying to run a class or you're trying to work with a client. I feel like that is actually really, really nice as far as like organization wise and logistics in the gym. It works out.
And that's one of the reasons why we don't have it, just because it would be too hard to specify whenever someone came in for an open gym time, if there was a class going on, oh, you can't be there. It's just easier that, you know, the classes know they have this space, and the personal trainers, we all work well together in our element.
Yeah. So speaking of classes, describe what kind of classes are there at Elmex. That's primarily what you guys do.
Yep.
So what are the different classes?
So we have small group training, which is Tribe Team Training, which is a program that we subscribe to, and it's an 8-week program. We have Tribe Life, which is low impact functional exercise. So there's no running, no jumping, like plyometrics, not happening. You're still going to get a good workout. It's just no high impact. Then you have Tribe Fit, which is something that you participate in, which there's going to be running and jumping. It's still like the intensity is there. But if you want to take that plyo down, you can. Then we have,
if I can interject about Tribe, I absolutely love the class. And one of the things that I really like about it is it's kind of competitive. So like you keep track of like times, and like there's different challenges and things, and you guys have a board that you keep track of it on. So like as the day goes on or the week goes on, you can like, you know, check on that board. And I'm always like, all right, let's go.
Yes, you definitely can use that to an advantage to try to catch somebody or push yourself to beat a certain score. So it definitely, it can be competitive. Those people who like to be competitive, and for those people who just want to come and work out, it doesn't have to be that. One of the things with Tribe, it is, like I said, an 8-week program, and it progresses. So week 1 is more of like a recovery week, and then week 2, you'll have an assessment that you do, and that's going to be the only time you repeat a workout during Tribe. And that assessment changes each season out of the 7 seasons. So you'll do that week 2, and then again at week 8, you'll repeat that assessment. And the goal there is to basically beat yourself because you've improved over the 8 weeks. So you can kind of see, you know, your progress. So
you offer Tribe and the different types of Tribe. What else do you guys have?
We have DECA, which is DECA is kind of like a boot camp, but what that class is based around is preparing people to participate in a kind of competition setting for themselves, or if they want to compete against other people. It's a decathlon of fitness, 10 zones that you will basically, if you're going to do the competition, there's 10 different zones that you basically try to finish fast. So the class for DECA is just kind of preparing you for that, which just because you do the classes does not mean you have to do the competition. Then we have boot camp classes, which are going to be different depending on the trainer. So unlike the other 2 programs, these are programmed by the person who's actually coaching you. So we have just like a high intensity boot camp, we have boxing boot camp, we have strength boot camp, and then we have lunch crunch, which is a strength base with you. And then we have kids fitness, in which we have Weston Speed Academy. We work with kids ages 7 to 12. And then we have Teen Lift, and we work with kids 12 and up.
And so from being there with clients and like watching I've seen almost all the classes, you know, happening while I've been there over the past few months. And it, like you said, it's very unique. You know, each instructor has their own personality that they bring to the table, but they also have, you know, that different style of training in the boot camps. So I say this because if you try a boot camp class and you're like, oh, it's not really for me, but I want to do another boot camp, try another instructor, you know, because they have a different style and a different way of, you know, approaching things as far as, you know, formatting and everything. And the kids classes, I absolutely love watching. That Teen Lift is so cool. There was one time not long ago that I will never forget, and the whole room was lined with kids with barbells and plates on those barbells, and they were doing, I think it was like a clean press or something, like it was all sequenced, and it was so cool. I would say a bad word right now, but it was so cool to watch and to see kids like actively into it, and they weren't allowed to go crazy. They weren't allowed to be like, oh, let me put some 50-pound plates on here. Ooh, look at me, you know. It was none of them even tried, because they know that's not acceptable, that they have to do what is reasonable and
Right.
push themselves also, because some of them were not about to push themselves, and no, we're doing this. So that was really special to see and watch. It was really cool, very empowering to watch for kids to learn how to do those things at such a young age, you know. So I want to also make sure everybody knows how to get in touch with the gym. So let's say I hear about Element and I want to come to a class. So how would I find the schedule?
The schedule is going to be online at elementverabeach.com. The nice thing about our schedule, it doesn't change often. We did add some new classes for 2023, so that is exciting. But our schedule is always updated on our website.
Gotcha. And so if I go on there and I see, okay, there's a class that I want to go to, do I just show up? Do I have to call? Do I have to go on MindBody? Like, how do I do this?
You just show up.
So when I walk in the door, what do I do?
If you're brand new, I'm going to have you fill out a waiver, and a $15 drop-in for any boot camp, $20 drop-in for Tribe, and we'll get you started.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go. Just kidding. I already worked out today. So what is something, actually, you know, we'll get to that after the break. So in a moment, we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about DECA and what that competition is. It's pretty special to the gym. And I myself got to watch and participate in it this past competition. And it was very, very neat and cool, and something I feel like a lot of people should hear more about, especially about what happens at DECA, like what functional fitness things you're doing in this competition. Because when you hear a competition like DECA, like you're thinking like CrossFit, like I'm gonna possibly keel over or break my back or something. So I want to clarify, as somebody who used to think those kind of things when I heard about this, for those people like me, what DECA really is about. So when we come back, Tisha's going to explain to us what DECA is like. Bye.
Right now at Sunshine Furniture, it's New Year sale time. We're clearing our warehouses to make room for new styles, and this means you can save on selected in-stock furniture from Lloyd Flanders, Beechcraft, Windward, Riverside, Universal, Capri, Telescope, and more. Sofas, dining sets, patio groups, occasional chairs, cabinets, bedroom sets, tables, lots of pieces on sale for inside and out. At Sunshine Furniture, we have the largest selection of coastal furniture anywhere, including a gallery of Lexington, Tommy Bahama Home, and Universal Coastal Living collections. Visit Sunshine Furniture now for our New Year sale. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com, and don't forget to shop our outlet and sales store just across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
ITEX, or International Trade Exchange, is the largest barter company in the world with over 25,000 members offering goods and services. We're a marketing company that brings you new business in the way of trade, with over 200 local members enjoying the benefits of ITEX, like lawyers, doctors, plumbers, media, printing, and more.
Hi, this is Liz Bowler. Contact me and find out why barter through iTex has been smarter for over 30 years. 772-532-1881. Visit itex.com.
Hi, welcome back to Grit and Grace. I'm Sarah DePardo, your host, and we are here with Tisha Lowry from Element Vero Beach. And we're going to talk to you guys about what DECA is. It is a competition, and I'm going to let Tisha take it away.
All right. So DECA, like we had mentioned before, we brought DECA on. Dawn and I were trying to figure out what we could do. We talked about community, what we can do to kind of help bring the community together as far as fitness goes, and trying to find something that wasn't like too outside of our scope, but fun. And this, I came across DECA, and we decided it was going to be a perfect fit for us to bring to our gym because it kind of aligned with the things like the functional fitness stuff that we did. Kind of like you mentioned, CrossFit. We're not CrossFit.
Right.
And we don't try to be CrossFit. We try to do and program what we encourage.
Yes.
So with DECA, there is 3 different parts of DECA. You can do a DECA Strong, which there is no running. You can do a DECA Mile, which you will run a 160-meter run before each of the 10 zones. And then you have DECA Fit, where you run a 500-meter run before each of the 10 zones. The 3 different DECAs are all going to be the same workout. So zone 1 through 10 always remains the same, whether it's a strong, mile, or fit. Okay. So then you can earn a wedge for each of those, and then you get a nice big medal for completing all 3. And they're the 10 zones that you have. Well, let me say this before I get any further. The nice thing about DECA, it's for everybody. DECA, you can start at age 10 and compete. And just because I say the word compete, it doesn't mean that I'm competing against you. A lot of times people are just competing against themselves because they want to finish, you know, thinking about going out for your first 5K or your first mile run, trying to set a benchmark for yourself. And that's kind of like what this is. There is an option to compete against other people in different settings and actually go to world champions, which we actually had one of our members who did go to worlds this year and had 2 first places and a second on the podium. So that's amazing. So DECA, back to DECA, 10 zones. We have zone 1, which is 30 reverse lunges with a weighted ram, depending on your female or male or age, 10 to 13 is 14 and up is considered adult. Zone 2, you have a 500-meter run. Zone 3, we have
row, right?
Huh?
A row, 500-meter row.
Yeah, what did I say? Run. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's a 500-meter row for zone 2. 3 is box overs, so you're stepping up and over a 24-inch box 20 times. And then you have 25 med ball sit-ups with a med ball, a weighted med ball. After that, you go in for a 500-meter ski. So on the skier machine, you're skiing for 500 meters.
I call it Skirgen, by the way.
Skirgen.
Skirgen. Let's go Skirgen.
After the ski, you go in for your farmer carry, which is a 500-meter farmer carry. Or 100 meter.
Woo,
can you imagine? That's
I'm
like
pretty sure my hands would fall off.
100-meter farmer carry. And then after the farmer carry, you're on the death bike. So going on to the bike for 25 calories. After the bike, you will do dead ball over shoulder for 20 reps. And then after that, you're on the tank for a push-pull for 100 meters. Then after that, you're going to end with 20 ram burpees. And I think that might be, I mean, once you get to zone 10, it's just all out from there.
So, personal experience from this. So, I was looking forward to watching the competition a few weeks ago, you know, and learning and just kind of taking it in. And the day before, she was just like, so, you're doing it, right? What? I guess I am now. So, I say it like that, but I love how encouraging you are in a almost silent way, where you see it, you know that person needs to be pushed. You don't just do it to me, you do it to everybody. I watch it, and I think it's so special about you as a coach and a trainer. I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like you see things in people that people don't want you to see, like that confidence that they're lacking, and you see like if this person just believed in themselves a little bit more, then man, and so you kind of like in your gentle silent ways kind of like push them, and it's so beautiful to watch, and also happen to have it happen too, by the way. So DECA is pretty special to Element Vero Beach, and is there another one on the horizon sometime?
We're hoping to get one booked up for the end of February.
All right. So very cool. So when you guys first opened, is there anything you guys wish that you could have done differently?
When we opened, I mean, everything happened so quickly. I honestly, I don't feel like there was anything that
right.
we learned as we went forward. And one of the nice things is the people that came with us and the people that have been with us and who are with us have just helped us grow since day one.
Yeah. And so as a professional, you, self-care, mental health, I mean, I feel like as small business owners, a lot of that stuff gets pushed down and on the wayside for us because we're so busy. It's not a 9-to-5 job, it's 24/7. So are there any specific things that you like to do for self-care or your mental health?
I just try to make sure I work on my own fitness because I know that I need to move my body. And sometimes the way that I do that is I invite others to come with me. And I know that you're one of those that I've invited to, like, just because fitness is more fun with friends, right?
It is, yeah.
And I try to go to bed early.
Yeah.
Go to bed early, but I also have been waking up early.
Yes.
I have been doing that. My dog kind of encouraged that, new puppy, but I've kind of embraced it and just kind of have that time in the morning by myself before everything hits.
And that's, speaking of fitness and taking care of your own fitness, as a trainer, I feel like that is super special about Element because I have seen and been a part of watching everybody that works there is working out, and it's being seen by the clients, and it's pretty cool because we're getting our sweat on, and they see us on the struggle bus too, and we're not above anybody. We're getting our butt kicked as well, and making sure it's an important part of our daily routine as well. And I feel like that's pretty special. And I love how the camaraderie is at Element, and not just with trainers, it's with people that go to Element too, that end up working out in those little side sessions that we've, done. And it's a fun camaraderie where you like push each other, in a very healthy way.
Yes.
So you guys support the community a lot. There's been a couple of things you guys have done. Can you quickly tell us a couple?
Most recently, we went out to Sebastian River High School and worked with a group of kids over there. We had a couple members that came out and a couple of our trainers, and it just was really nice to interact with the students and just kind of give back to them and see the smile on their faces. It looked like they were enjoying themselves. I feel like we all got something out of it. We also like to support the Hibiscus House during Christmas time. It's one of my favorite things. Is I'm always calling over before December even hits. I'm like, hey, do you got the Christmas tags yet? We like to support the children over there, where our members can take a tag and get a gift for one of the kids over there, and we can help fill their wishes as well.
So, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yes.
If you want to go to Element and check out a class or want to check out that schedule, I believe that website was elementverobeach.com. Schedule's on there. And again, it's located right behind like American Icon off 19th Street, right?
1109 19th Street.
Yes. And thank you to Sarah DePardo, Health and Fitness, super fancy name, for supporting the show. And I want to take a moment to thank Salt for supporting the show and our guests. So Tisha is going to get a little bit of self-care at Salt with her hubby if she'd like, or she could take me. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next time in 2 weeks. See ya.